Greetings, fellow Centurions. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech We Are Legion, Episode 16, Our Own Bullseye. High mechtech is almost done, and after high mechtech, we're going to get jump packs. Right, dude? Something else is I don't want to drop a roof on this thing once we're done with it. Hey, Crimson. 39 months. Holy cow. Cheers, dude. To many more. Hopefully. We are starting to get Bionic guys. So tonight, or I guess in the day, when Turtle goes to sleep, I'm going to get eyes into him. So now that we have the high mech tech, that allows him to make a mech band dish to call in the last boss. And then it also allows him to make a whole lot of new stuff, like integrator headset with even more mech bandwidth, control sublink high. So the control sublinks, you first install the standard ones, and then you can install the high ones. I don't like that more than bandwidth, but whatever. And then, obviously, the ability to make centipede burners, centipede gunners. Gunners are like minigun centipedes. Diaboluses, fabricors, lancers, paramedics. Mech boosters, which adds speed and work speed in a radius. And then the subcore rip scanner, which is required for a lot of these high structures. That kills people, having to rip scan them. So, yeah. We're going to need some prisoners to be able to rip scan at some point. That's okay, right? Few sacrifices for bettering the cause or something. I don't know. One of the reasons why this group is very ethically gray, it's because high-level mechanators are very ethically gray. In my opinion. Turtle. So it gets hollow around here. It's a very small... Okay, it's definitely not ancient danger because it's tiny. It's just like a empty void in the mountain. .2 on Machinto, if you're wondering. Alright, back to work, Turtle. No. Work up here. Of the three series I have going on, yeah, one is very ethically white, one is ethically gray, and one is ethically... every war crime imaginable that you can commit will be committed. A great big variety, if you will. Hey, found more steel. Yeah, I'll dig the steel later. And then I will purposely dig into the void, I guess, out of curiosity of what's in there. I could also turn the void into a cooler area if we want to overhead cool. It's actually, oh yeah, it is a void. Yeah, it's a little pond. Neat. Little pond of shallow water. It's maybe it's a hot spring or something. A combat supplier. Sure, I will check that out. How do I discover the empty spaces? Using a melee weapon. The prize Xenogerm. So here is actually an archite gene it is the Scarless gene, but it makes the person psychically dull and pyrophobic, meaning scared of fire. So if they're around fire, there's a chance for them to flee randomly, running towards somewhere that the player can't control. Not a gene I like Scarless, but I don't like pyrophobia. So I'm going to leave that alone. I will, however, sell my hair colors, because somehow or another a weapons trader wants me to share that with them. Yep. Makes as much sense to me as it does to you. Well, we're definitely getting the base battle ready. Working on it, at least. And the bionic eyes are done. Turtle, you are asleep? Oh, but, you know, it's kind of late in the day, so I'll do it next time he's down. To maximize or minimize the time. So, you want me to take care of 7 deer here for 14 days. I'm just going to say no to this. Yeah, this guy is awful. And I don't need death risk capacity serums, because that's for vampires, so pass. No need to settle us with some garbage quests. Really? Social fighting? Can you all just behave? So he's obviously not mining the things that we necessarily want mined, but this is stuff. Ooh, I didn't mean to mine there. He mined so quickly there was no chance of me telling him not to do it. So Cypher, you just got in a social fight. You're gonna have to be recovering anyway, so let's go ahead and put the right eye in you now. Fighting our leader. Almost every time I see that I'm in a social fight, it's Cypher. The penalties of being an ugly waster is pretty brutal. Getting a lot of rivalries. Okay, so you got your eye in. Should I start making legs for everyone? Yes or no? Bionic legs, that is. Figured you would have gleaned that, but maybe I have to be specific. All right, I'll mine this out. I'll mine this out later. I'm not too concerned about that. Looks like Operation Speedy Legs might be a go, and Mashinto's resistance just broke, so we should have Mashinto to join us quite soon, I think. Which I'm excited about, having more shooters, especially one with a level of 20. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so Turtle's asleep. It is left eye, and done. I already have an empty bedroom sitting right here for Mashinto when Mashinto wants to join. Already on top of that. Work drive. I am going to work drive Klein. We're doing a lot of smithing. And if you guys want legs, well, Klein's going to have a lot of work to do. I will need to resolve our dwindling gold problem. So I think what I'm going to do is do the operation for the Xenogerm and Brise now. And then when Brise is recovered, call in the trade caravans. Ben Deathheart, thank you for the resub. Oh, Cypher now has anesthesia and is wandering around. Oh, good. Need Warden. Yeah, that's one of the other issues. The resistance already broke, so it doesn't really matter who wardens them. So here we go. Here is our first Xenogerm. So we have the Brise Xenogerm, which is the added strong social xenogene, bringing social up to 17. And I'll be in a coma for about a day. And my genes will be regrowing for 2.5, well, a little over 2 years. Did it add any bad genes? No, that's not how xenogerms work. You choose what you want to implant. So I chose not to implant a bad gene. It's player's choice. You can think of xenogerms as like equipment. And yes, there's a cap at 20. You can't go past 20. So a good example of that would be actually Mashinto probably. Mashinto should have 21 shooting. 13 plus 8, right? Learn skill is 13. Great shooting gene is plus 8. But level cap to 20. So there's an example of, yeah, level caps prevent you from going past 20. Which totally makes sense. Because the game sort of is not scaled or balanced to accommodate for people that are like level 30 shooting. I mean, it would start to get ridiculous. Is it possible to make Hussar genes inherited? No. Literally, it is not possible. Because there's a lot of Hussar genes that can't be found in the gene pool. So I'll go, again, a little bit into genes. The only genes that you can ever have inherited are germline genes. Germline genes are ones that come native in the 6 different species, like pigskins that have robust stomachs and robust digestion and nearsightedness and trotter hands and that kind of stuff. These are germline genes that exist in the gene pool. Hussars have genes that do not exist in the gene pool. For instance, Unstoppable does not exist in the gene pool anywhere. Neither does Go Juice Dependency or Red Eyes. These are not, or super fast wound healing. These are not natural genes. These are engineered genes, and therefore you cannot have them as inherited. There is a way at the start of your scenario to design your own species. So you could design like a inheritable Hussar, but like that's only if you mess with the scenario a lot. Yeah, essentially there's inheritable genes and not inheritable genes that can be overwritten. So for instance, if I assembled a new Xenogerm, let's say I had a different thing in the library. Let's say I had strong melee or something. Well, strong melee is a bad example. Let's say I had beautiful. And I assembled a beautiful Xenogerm and implanted it in a Brise. And Brise's genes regrowing was already refreshed, right? Like we're doing this in 3 years. The second Xenogerm I implant in Brise would completely erase the strong social. It would be gone. And it would just be overwritten. So you can think of Xenogerms, when you implant them, as like a piece of equipment that can be swapped in and out. The game even describes it as like a genetic pouch that you install. So, Xenogerms and Xenogenes are swappable, overwritable. Germline genes are forever. You can't remove a germline gene. You can't add a germline gene, you can only inherit it from parents. You're stuck with them. So if you're short-sighted, blame your parents. Not exactly true, but close enough. Mashinto has joined. And you guys want the legs project. Got it. So here's the giveaway timer for Mr. Mashinto. And Mashinto is going to help me be a constructor. Teetotaler. Very neurotic. So teetotaling is going to be a little weird. I'm not sure how that's going to work out with a hussar who needs to take drugs to live. So we'll see. Let's get you a gun. I'm not entirely sure why Randy hasn't attacked me. So here is a bionic leg. I'm going to wait till someone's sleeping for me to bother. And you are currently deficient. So he just took Go Juice, and it didn't cause a problem with his mood, by the way. And Mashinto's drug policy is hussar drugs. There you go. Randy has an attack that's a random? Yeah, I mean, that's literally what he does sometimes, is decides to be all peaceful and then punches you in the gut as hard as he can for the giggles. It's kind of an edgelord. I think describing Randy as an edgelord is accurate. That's right, Randy. You're an edgelord. That's what you are. That's who you are. Oh, sterilized Mashinto. Thank you. There is no one in the colony right now that can breed anyway, because everybody else has been sterilized, but you're absolutely right. That is a requirement. So, Mashinto under the knife. Romance is not disallowed, but children is disallowed. No children in my army. I'm not Coney. I don't need y'all to get the UN on my case or whatever. Alright, I have a ton of smooth tasks, and that's going to take my constructors... Holy moly, ALS again? I will drink to that. You've turned me pink. In fact, you've turned Yoda pink too. Look at him. Why are we sterilizing everyone? Read the rules, friend. Read the rules. Hey, bud. Oh, he thought I gave him a treat. Okay, I can't do that to him. So the shaving of the mountain, except for the steel part here, is done. So we have perfect knowledge of what our expansion capabilities are. And jump hacks is almost done as well. So I'm going to poll you guys about next research project. So here's just the 3 choices. And 1 minute left on the Mashinto raffle. So I'm starting to get some legs. Oh, you know what? If you're already downed due to the vasectomy, might as well just stick a leg in you. Because you're already anesthetized. So why not? Just don't fail the surgery, Diamond. So that's another thing that I guess is worth mentioning. You can't really Xenogerm implant a hussar, or deletes all of the xenogenes. And then you just become a baseliner with whatever you planted them with. The same is true of a genie and a high mate. and a sanguophage. So Diamond and Machinto are really not good candidates for Xenogerm implantation unless I want to delete them completely and redesign them from the ground up. It is possible, however, to scan everything that makes a Hussar and design your own Hussar Xenogerm implantation. Same with Hymate, same with the other with Sanguophage. Well, Sanguophage you'd have to buy them because Sanguophages have a bunch of archite genes which you're not going to find by scanning. Critical foxes. Perfect, man. Perfect. You want to name your character, just use the channel point redemption. I'll be looking for it. And it looks like you guys want gun turrets next. How long do I have on this quest? 22 days. Oh, yeah, that's fine. We'll get it. Portapane. So I can answer your question. Twitch, generally speaking, is a 50-50 split with, like, they take half, they give half. PayPal is like almost 100% goes to me, and then Patreon is like 95%, 97%. It's up there. So Twitch takes a much higher cut, which they get a lot of heat for from the general public, because YouTube is 70-30, and then Mixers was, when it existed, 70-30. Most other platforms are kind of a 70-30 split, but Twitch is very famously a 50-50 split. Oh, that's a weird place for a double bed. Yep, they take half. Ooh, we hit compacted machinery too. So I'm going to give you a name of Foxes, but we'll see if Critical Foxes wants to change it. Sujuka, 2 years time. All my hard work? Oh man, it doesn't feel like work, it feels like play. I always have a good time. But I appreciate the support. Another Ambrosia Sprout. Oh, it's a 20. 20s are pretty good. And this one's really easy to paint because all the Ambrosia is kind of in one big cluster, more or less. Gonna call it Ambrosia 2. I don't know if it is actually 2. People don't realize the crazy expenses Twitch has to allow the people stream for free. I'm aware. I'm not complaining about the split. A lot of people will complain about the split. So I'm a moderator on the Twitch subreddit, and it's actually like a regular question that I get constantly, which is like, why don't I go over to, and then they insert some other platform. And the TLDR every time is, like, even if I had a 70-30 split on YouTube, for streaming on YouTube, I'd probably make significantly less money. Because that is, people just do it. They don't cheer or gift subs on YouTube like they do Twitch. I'm on Twitch for other reasons too. One of the biggest reasons when I first got into it, and this is before I ever became a partner or anything like that, was I didn't like the idea of all my eggs in one basket. So famously, and I'm sure you guys know a lot of examples of this, people can be kicked off the platform for copyright trolling or whatever, you know. I mean, Twitch reserves the right to kick anyone off their platform for any reason at any time, kind of no questions asked. It's no one has a contract that can't just be voided at a blink of an eye. And the same is true of YouTube. YouTube shuts down channels constantly. And I'm pretty safe about what I do, right? But with that said, I also didn't want to stream and create VODs on YouTube and put all my eggs in the YouTube basket, because all your eggs in one basket is a really good way to have your basket crushed. So that would be a second reason why I create content on 2 different platforms so that, you know, if something horrible was to happen, I could at least fall back on one of the 2 platforms that I was allowed to create content on, unless there was some sort of, sorry, we're deplatforming you everywhere. I mean, I'm going to hope that never happens, but, you know. But if you ever have questions for me about Twitch or YouTube or anything like that, feel free to ask me on Discord. I spend a considerable amount of whatever free time I have left when I'm not content creating, essentially running the Twitch subreddit, which is like a million and change person subreddit. I'm officially, as of like last month, the lead moderator. The last moderator stepped down, and I was unanimously chosen to take the helm. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. But yeah, my point is, I spend my free time trying to help other streamers, providing feedback and ideas and that kind of stuff. So if you have questions like that, my inbox is open. Randy decided to plague my Impid, which is a really nasty thing to do. If you guys know why, it's because Impids have terrible immune systems. So it is time to preach health to Bryce and to tend to him immediately so I don't die. Awesome, good news for me. I think it's cool, but like it's honestly just a lot of work. And I'm not getting paid for it. I'm a volunteer. And I try to be as fair as possible, and I try to keep things like racism and bigotry off of the subreddit, but it's pretty challenging work. I have to ban people constantly, and it doesn't feel good when I have to do that, because not kind of what I'm about. But most of the people I ban are just like spam bots that dump their links everywhere and don't contribute to the subreddit in any positive way at all. So if Klein already has a bionic leg, never mind. I was going to say if he's down, I could do a bionic leg surgery because I have one bionic leg sitting here, but if he's already KO'd due to the flu and has one, yeah, there's no point. Congrats on taking the helm. Oh man. I really do like the other moderators. It's a really good group of people that are all passionate and trying to do their best to try to keep the community free of trolls and misinformation and that kind of garbage. It's challenging. In this age of misinformation, it is... Oh, man, it is challenging. Well, I guess this says something about how much everyone likes Bryce. He got sick and everyone threw a party. And even Klein, who is sick, is attending the party. I'm not worried about sending Klein to rest, though, because Pigskins have better than average immunity gain speed. So he's not really in a risk of dying like Bryce is, because Bryce has the weak immunity. Impids, even with weak immunity, will generally recover from diseases without too much added stress or strain. It's just, you know, I thought it was funny that it... Of course it hits him. An early wake? Oh, that's dark. Oh, man. No, he'll survive it. Provided I provide drugs. Or, actually, that he doesn't have some sort of mood break and I have to, like, beat him up to get him to behave. I could totally see that happening. Make sure that the Empire knows how much I love them by sending my waste to them. Just strap him to the hospital bed. Be funny if you could subdue... Well, maybe not funny. Goes even further into war crimes. Alright, so the current priority right now is get turret defenses. And bionic legs. Bionic legs are going to take a minute because our smith is bedridden. Next 10 in 5 seconds. 15 over 14, not great. This one should be better, 22 over 14. It is almost freezing now. Turtle, looks like you're not doing very much. I think Turtle... I'm gonna have Cypher start to grow and plant cut. Turtle... I'm gonna have you mine this steel out so that we can finish our perimeter wall project. I know this steel doesn't go clear to the other side because I would see it. But I want to get this mined out so that we can smooth it out and have walls all around. I wonder where the threat is. I'm sort of waiting for the other shoe to drop with Randy, going, oh, okay, so I made you sick, so here's a siege. Something like that. Hey! Gold mining site. Larum drove 8 people guarding it. I did need gold. I kind of identified that I needed gold. So I'm going to go to autocannon turret. With the ability to mine up, plasteel, I'll be able to build autocannon turrets reasonably inexpensively. So I'm definitely going to push for that. Don't think it would be a terrible idea. Diamond? Why aren't we? Oh. I'm going to open up the queue here to allow for more leathers. I hope that more Thrumbo come to attack me, because I wouldn't mind additional Thrumbo for... There we go. We want to get some dusters. Look at that guy constructing floors like a darn professional. I saw a lot of botched attempts there. But you sure can shoot people like no other. Your skill is off the charts for murder. Yoda pet missed. Sorry, my fault. Caravan to Cauliflower Village. Oh, dang. A masterwork monosword? It's too bad that's not a Persona monosword. And a plasteel double bed that's legendary? Holy cow. They want 15 jackets? Do we supply jackets for Cauliflower Village? Man, those rewards are spicy. I'll have you vote. So, this monosword has 120 armor pen with 17.5 DPS. Again, it's not a Persona monosword, but it's still ridiculously strong. I like how they give 1 gold. It's just like, yeah, we'll give you gold. How much? You know, at least 1, I guess. And then a plasteel double bed would be rest effective. Very, very rest effective. Both of those rewards are pretty epic. But you guys can ultimately decide on whether I take it or not. Give you 2.5 minutes to vote on that. Turtle could use a bigger knife. Yes, I agree with that. Oh, not my rice. What is the effectiveness of an excellent bed? So excellent bed is 114 versus this legendary bed is 160. Oh, yes. These two things are not the same. Legendary is just in a league of its own. Mike, thank you for the resub. All right, overwhelmingly, you guys want me to. I'm just gonna say yes. We make the jackets. What reward? Mono sword or bed? What do you guys think? The bed also comes with uranium. The monosword comes with the tough skin gland. I'm not too concerned about the tough skin gland, which is why I didn't include it, but the bed with uranium, I guess, is somewhat significant. And we're about 50% done with the flu. What is Turtle working on? Oh yeah, here he goes. Time to gene rip the vampire. The 1 gold tips your vote. I understand. I get it. Monosword. Oh, well, I called that one a little bit early, but monosword. Okay, so 15 jackets. I'm going to suspend these queues and just start working on the jackets. We'll probably have to go hunting for material, but I'm going to allow all the material, even the cloth that I have, to turn into jackets, just not the thrumbo fur. And then we want 15 of them, and then we are going to do normal or better quality. And then also, current outfits are not going to wear the jackets. Diamond, you'll have a lot of work to do. Did you know that you could disable auto-wake? Yes. I don't need to, because Carthage here will never get up anyway. Because he doesn't have the organs to get up. He's in critical condition for the rest of his life. Because I roll like that. Yeah, close enough. 24 out of 25. Whatever. Alright, looks like our constructor robot and Foxes is now working on the cabling that goes up this mountain. There is still a lot of chunks in the mountain, so I'm going to expand the chunk dump. And then I'm also going to expand the robo room a bunch, as you can see. Justin's mechs. Oh, it's Sophian Empire. Yeah, go eat a monosword. And then a whole bunch of turkeys that want to do me ill will. Alright. I think what I'll do is I'll just have everyone behind the walls for now, because I don't really need to get ripped up by turkeys. Gobble gobble. Foxes, you want to use your shooting skill though? Oh, great. From the vampire, we extract mild UV sensitivity. Yay, that's exactly what I was looking for. Level 20 shooter, everyone. And then level 20 brawler. Yep. Come on, man. It's a turkey. You're level 20. There you go. It's gonna be like the turkey that kills him. Where's the other turkeys? Ah, whatever. I'm not going to go hunting for them. They'll come to me or they won't. It's a mean turkey. Sure was. It's probably going to be easier to make a drill down here and then to bring it north. Rise, are you too sick to do trades? I'm going to make you do trades anyway. Your trade price improvement's probably higher. I'm not going to sell the fabrics because if I'm going to try to make jackets, I probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, there's actually nothing to really sell here. Sell ambrosia? How much ambrosia do I even have? 71? No, I'm fine. Got enough, I think. Enough silver, that is. My whopping 8. It was a joke. Bad one. Alright, you're not actually zone restricted. Well, the turkeys don't want to kill us except for one of them. So just stay away from that one. We should be fine. How close are we now? Wow, we were sidelined for so long. Rise is 80%. Yeah, just complete halt to our progress. Here's the Jeep drill we'll use, and then we should start to get the cabling out, I think. Time for the remaining monument. It's going to be like 20 days. 18 days. Yep. Not super urgent. Hey, Fraggles. Thanks for the resub. And we're still working on it, just slowly. Doesn't help that one of our main constructors has the flu, but he'll be on his feet very soon. As will Klein, our smith. And things will go back to normal. I think now that the turkeys are not rampaging, I can unrestrict everybody. Because another issue is all of our steel is outside, except for this steel here. And then I probably also have to update the behind the walls, because the zone hasn't been repainted in a bit. Oh, exotic goods. What is your trade price improvement? 27. Yeah, that's definitely going to be better than Klein's. At 19. No question. Healing factors would be terrible to buy as a implant. Perfect immune, cold tolerant, and pale yellow skin. Perfect immunity wouldn't be bad. That's an archite gene. If I can afford that. Oh man, I really can't. Yep, I don't think there's a way to fudge that. I'd have to, like, sell things I don't want to part with. Perfect immunity is, like, really, really, really nice, though. Here it is. You just don't get sick. Totally immune to most normal illnesses. Foam spray with Dead Calm. Dead Calm is kind of interesting because Dead Calm stops you from social fighting. That wouldn't help. That might actually help Cypher. Implanting Dead Calm and Foam Spray into Cypher to stop Cypher from fighting everyone. Just a thought. Twitch might be having some login issues. I don't know about it, but they were having login problems earlier the week in this week, so wouldn't surprise me at all. Is the Dirtmoles mod updated? Is there a reason I'm not using it? I'm just not using it. I chose the mods that I'm going to be running in this series at the start, and I'm not adding any to it. That's kind of generally what I always do. So, it has been updated, but I'm not using it. Yeah, there were some login problems, I think, 2 days ago with which Twitch servers. I didn't look into it because I wasn't having any problems, but I know that that was an issue that others were running into. Okay, you definitely don't need to be doing that. We have more than enough chunks. We don't need to be making chunks from underground. So the monument's almost done. I'll start filling this in. And then if this monument gets damaged anyway, a bunch of Megasloths spawn. So I might pit the Megasloths against Diabolus or something. I do have mini turret secure tech. I was hoping to be able to start mining the plasteel first so I can get autocannon turrets, which is what I'm currently working on. Turtle with inspired creativity. Don't think that's helpful. Construction 5 and art 0 and craft 3. Yeah, I'm gonna go to say it's not helpful. The monument is done and my archive capsules are down here. Foxes will have you go run for them. Is the deep water a good place for a uranium or autocannon? Well, yes. The issue is you can't place heavy turrets on bridges, so I would need a moisture pump to make that a buildable area. What I could do is if I wanted to maximize the space, I could bridge or moisture pump here and here so that everywhere around here I can line turrets that can't be meleeed to fire out. It's a little awkward because it's horizontal, but that could be a potential way to set it up. There's also the rocket swarm turrets, the new ones, the rocket swarm launchers, and that would be a really good thing to have behind the walls because it has to be manned by a person in order to be used. Surprise is about to have a mental break, but survived the flu. And then Klein is back to making legs. Looks like the cables are all set up, so let's move this drill. I don't need a light in there because Turtle has night vision, dark vision, so that's not necessary. Looking good, looking good. Alright, taking a look at the terrain affordance. I could do another wall down like that, and I think I will. That would have the benefit of walling off this steam geyser. It's not a huge amount of power, considering the the toxifiers are pretty high yield, but it's nice, I guess. It would mean that it would be right up against the there wouldn't be a lot of wiggle room, right? It'd be right up against the wall, so maybe one tile further in, just for safety and security, so I can run a path behind it, and then have that capped here. Sniper rifles, anything beyond range 40 is pretty good. So if we calculate the range from, let's say, this point, this is the 40 mark, which is like the uranium slug distance, which is the next research I'm going to get now. So when you voted for gun turrets, you voted for all gun turrets. So if I have my slugs, let's say, built here, this is a little bit over. Yeah, that's about perfect. I could probably even cap it out like there. Something like that. That'll work. So let's build this wall too. Don't yet have the material, but I'll get it. And then it will change the way this is laid out as well. And probably the way this back area is laid out. I'm going to have that be more killboxy. Again, a little reminder, I did mention at the start of the stream, but the reason for all of this is so that we can start farming mech bosses more easily. They're not going to be easy to farm unless I have overwhelming force, like uranium slug turrets and autocannon turrets. So I'm getting the uranium slug and autocannon turrets so that I can very, very easily kill them, farm their stuff, and become the mech god that I want to become. How bad is ammunition for the rocket turrets? The ammunition is chem fuel. So it's relatively affordable if you have a renewable organics or wood or something like that you can use. And because I'm setting up a kill box, I'm actually going to want to remove all the trees in here anyway. So I'll have a lot of spare wood to play with for that purpose. Are sniper rifles a good idea against the Diabolus? They're not terrible, but it will take a very long time to kill one that way. But it would work. Just maybe not that time efficient. That's not so much farming as it is to deal with Diaboluses safely. Farming to me is like killing them quickly, and a lot of them, so that it's not such a labor-intensive thing that takes a massive amount of invested time and energy to do. Thank you for tuning in to We Are Legion, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 6th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Legionnaires.